Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, we're live. Look at it.
Woo.
Woo! Not that you want to see these ugly mugs. They're normally meant for radio, with the exception of Christine.
Oh, I've had my fair share of surgery to make myself this pretty.
Welcome back to Transmissions from the Underground.
And that was...
Black Wolf.
And Occulto.
Yes.
That's a cool name for a band. Occulto.
Yeah, unfortunately this one's taken, Chris.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
can't
sorry.
take that one.
Occulto Maxto or something like that, you know. Add something to it. Just add a little, you know, Occulto Maxto.
Black Occulto.
Yes.
Mm.
Occulto coffee.
Occulto.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it. Quick, write it down.
So you
Black
made...
Occulto coffee.
Are we going to tag that quickly? Patent pending.
Yes.
In case you're wondering why you're seeing our heads, it's time for 10 on the clock, which is a segment we do where we talk crap about the music industry for 10 minutes and a specific topic that you are more than welcome to join in on.
Yes.
At transmissions.underground, Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah, that's right.
or send them through afterwards too.
Transmissions.underground@gmail.com.
And we shall do a
Get on
retort.
it. Exactly.
All right, hit that 10 button, Michael, and
Here we
we're
go.
good to go.
Hello.
So what's the topic for today?
I thought since it was close, there was a lot of back and forth. This happens every year about the entertainment at the grand final, being Katy Perry and
Joined by Australian Tina Arena.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Let's
what about
open the bidding there.
So what about it? So we don't really want to critique it.
No.
What we're interested in is what makes a good show. What makes a good
Well,
grand final show?
is it a good show or is it just
Is it filling in time and space?
yeah? See, because I think they hit the pinnacle with Kiss.
Do you think so?
It was well.
I see. I think Lionel Richie.
Oh, Lionel Richie, brilliant!
Where are you going to get a ceiling out in the middle of the grand final? He can't dance on. There's no ceiling to dance on.
Some of the stands have ceilings.
Maybe he's broken through the glass ceiling.
Oh,
there is no
hi.
ceiling anymore.
Glass ceiling.
Or is there some sort of space related sort of ceiling? Is it, you know, like the atmosphere? He's broken through the atmosphere.
Oh, it's a different performer now.
He's a spaceman.
We hit the button, but you can't hit that live. You can only hear that on the podcast.
Okay.
There's always some sort of argument to or from whether that should be the every year. It's nearly as definite as the entertainment itself. You know.
Absolutely. There's always, it should have been a different band or it should have been a different performer or whatever. And maybe that's part of it. You know, are we looking at performance? Are we looking at something that's just going to capture someone's attention for a little while to fill in some time?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want like it's a show. It's about a show being put on.
I see two different arguments. I see one about should there be Australian bands?
Okay.
And then the other part, which is, I think you're never going to make everybody happy. I think it doesn't matter who you picked, you know, you're never going to... although, that's why I say Kiss was probably the least amount of whinging afterwards. But given that at that stage, you know, and I love Kiss. The spaceman's around here somewhere. There's a picture of A somewhere, the little bobblehead.
Yes.
But by that stage, like now, they've become a... mime of themselves, you know, because they're too old to perform as they normally would perform. So there's a lot of miming and a lot of show, but the show is awesome. That's if, like you were saying, if what you want is the show, you're not going to get a bigger show than that.
It's a show with a soundtrack that a lot of people would know.
Yes.
That's true.
Even if you don't like Kiss so much, you know their songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and would that be the same with, like you said, with Katy Perry? Like people would know her songs regardless of whether you know them or not?
I would have to say yes. Yeah, I think a lot of people would know her songs without maybe even knowing who she was. A certain segment of the people who may have been at that match.
Yeah, because we don't listen to it.
No,
but
how do we know the songs? You know what I mean? Because they are marketed everywhere.
Yes, I think music was like they're used for like advertisements.
Yeah,
You can't get away from them.
No.
And at some stage, people like us will be forced to listen to commercial radio. We will. You just can't help it because people will play it, you know, and a lot of people just, you know, listen to it and you'll hear it.
In stores and things, yeah.
So talking about that then, so would a mid-level rock act work? Like even, okay, I'm going to put it out there, something like, say, the Foo Fighters, would they work? Because,
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, 100%, because that's one of those bands, that's a band that's in that sort of, that genre, I reckon.
Yeah.
I did see an interesting comment from Wally, who's follows the show here and there, saying what would have been cool would be a battle of the bands leading up to grand final with one band getting a Guernsey to play, which for local bands would be great. You know, that would be like how Silverchair got started. You know, they won a competition and got to go to, I can't remember the festival, but they got to play a festival and then the rest is history. But, you know, that would be cool because it would be like the, you know, like as the, you know.
What about a multiple act halftime entertainment thing or pre-show? Pre-game, like have 3 bands, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Isn't that a bit too much?
How much time do they have to kill?
They don't have much time.
They have about 20 to 25 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
No, it's really not very
can't
long.
Do that.
No. It's really only like 4 or 5 songs at the absolute most.
Because didn't Kiss medley most of their stuff?
They did, yeah.
So that's
you know what? Metallica, they're masters of medley. They've been medleying their albums for years. Which everybody loves going to a gig and you go, oh, this is the Kill 'Em All medley, you know, followed by the Ride the Lightning medley, you know. It's like, then the Master of Puppets medley, it's like, all right, it's only going to go downhill for just kidding. Don't send stuff to us, seriously.
Well, if you really want a show, get Rammstein to do the halftime entertainment.
See, now they know how to put on a show.
Put on a show.
There's lots of flames and there's lots of
those crazy Germans in there. They'll go off, you know.
That guitar that shoots flames, I'm like, I want one of those. Like, I've only got one that smokes. I want one that shoots flames.
He just can't do that whole thing with the he has to leave the more phallic features of the show.
Is that what you're giggling at?
Yeah, I'm thinking, how is this going to work?
I don't know, it would work at all.
I'm not sure it would work.
Watch out, Lyle might grab the ball.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, Foo Fighters.
I think Foo Fighters would really work, actually. But try and bring it closer to the bands that we have on the show. And would they be able to do it?
We did this last year, Michael.
We did.
While Christine was on hiatus, we had a discussion on bands we would like to see. And I believe mine was Rival Sons, I thought would be.
You did, yes. I can't remember one now. But,
that'd be great.
Because Rival Sons are... If you don't know Rival Sons, trust me, you like them. Go and check them out right now. Not right now, after the show.
I would totally... I'm with you on that one. I would totally see them.
They know how to put on a good show.
Yeah.
And is there any other bands around that know how to put on a good stage show like
that?
Like your Rammsteins, your Kisses, you know.
Because that's a massive... As we were talking
Ghost
about...
would be one.
Ghost!
As we were talking about stage show, they really put on a show.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
Papa Emeritus could come out and he could bless the ball.
I'm trying to figure out how well this is going to go down.
And then he does that and the ball just explodes.
Oh, yeah.
And bats come out of it. That'd be great.
Oh, that's
a great stage thing, you know.
It's not a ball, it's a bad egg.
It's a bad egg out of hell.
We don't want to go there. We've done
Don't make me laugh. Sorry, I'm recovering from pneummonia. Don't make me laugh.
That's it. Yeah. Please don't make me
My lung is broken.
yeah.
I don't know any other bands that do huge stage shows. Who else?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Like that. It has to be like that.
Bring the wrestlers out. They put shows on.
The wrestlers. You want a wrestling show?
No, wrestlers know how to put a show. Oh, you know what? What about Fozzy? They've got a wrestler as the front man.
Oh, yeah.
Fozzy. The band Fozzy with Chris Jericho's
Oh,
band.
right. Not Fozzy the Bear.
Not Fozzy the Bear. Fozzy the band.
Oh, right. I'm just kidding.
we want the band from the Muppets for sure. You know. Electric Dream.
Electric Dream.
Mayhem?
Dr.
Electric
Teeth and
Mayhem,
Electric
sorry.
Mayhem.
That's it. They will put on a show and a half.
They would.
Everyone would be there watching that one.
Yeah, that'd be
Willie Nelson and the Muppets.
Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, bring it on.
Oh, you know who? I've got it.
Dolly Parton.
I've got it. And I hope you're listening.
Oh, yeah, actually.
The darkness. The darkness.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, the darkness.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking along the line, definitely not Steel Panther, because they do put on a show.
They
don't
do put on a good show, but it's 18 only.
But yeah, you talk about like country. I mean, because I don't
we
listen to
don't
much
really
country,
do.
but if you get someone like even it's Keith Urban or something like that, I know you don't need just sort of a show. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an idea with the Battle of the Bands, though.
Yep.
Yes.
They pick, how many teams have we got all up?
18.
18 bands go into the draw and they get a team each. And as the teams get excluded,
you're
those
joking.
bands disappear. And it just goes down to the last two that go into the grand
my
final.
God.
Oh, okay.
And
For
it's
the
those
draw of
two.
local bands.
Yeah, for draw local bands. Okay. Now, when you say local bands, I mean we always think about rock, but they're going to do other stuff too.
No, they're not, Michael.
Not
if they know it's good for them, Michael.
Yeah, it's going to be. You're going to get a lot of electronic stuff thrown in there too.
Yeah, look, we're nearly at 10 on the clock. We're nearly done.
But if you've got your ideas, please send them through, or what you would like to see if you're overseas, or if you're in Australia, even New Zealand. Send your ideas through.
So should we just, as what's the word, wrapping up and finalising, so we're thinking it should be a band along the lines of someone that has a great stage show, a huge stage show, and a good performance.
But we totally take the darkness. Like
The dark, that was off the top of my head, and I think the darkness.
Yeah,
you've
actually.
hit it. You've hit the nail on the head.
I believe in a
We'll
thing
take
called
them
love.
next year. Thanks.
They had the Killers a few years ago, and they actually worked quite well.
Actually, they were good.
Yeah.
Was that when it was that during COVID, when it was up
No,
at...
before. No, it was a Richmond
Was it?
winning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 17.
And
Okay.
was that the same one that had Eskimo Joe playing? Because they were good too.
yeah,
Yes, I think it was actually.
because they have
were
songs that
very
people
good.
know. Yeah.
Oh, and they did Wolf Mother as well.
Yeah. There
Wolf
you
Mother
go.
were great. They were
So,
really great.
hey,
Yeah. Great.
the darkness. Let's do it.
All right, then. Thanks
And
for watching.
then 18 bands that just get picked out as...
All right. Yeah. You can organise that.
Yeah, sorry. We're going to be Brisbane.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're Brisbane.
All right, that's it for us.
Thank you. Thanks for
See ya.
joining us.
And we're going to start talking about music
Cheers.
as soon as I figure out how to turn this off.